Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rocky Mountain Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. This presentation is being recorded, and that recording will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/RMACAC. And now I'd like to go ahead and turn things over to our presenters, starting first with Oklahoma State University.
Thank you so much. I will go ahead and share my screen and get started. All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Caitlin Middleton, and thank you for having me. I am an admissions counselor with Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is located in Stillwater, Oklahoma. We are about an hour away from Tulsa and about an hour away from OKC. So those are our big metropolitan areas here in Oklahoma. We do have a regional airport in Stillwater if you would like to fly back and forth, or we have two international airports at OKC and Tulsa. Now, Stillwater is a traditional college town. So it is a small town. We have 22,000 undergraduate students here at OSU. So a lot of the population is made up of the college. 26% of our students are out-of-state students. So you will not be alone in being out of state. And we do represent all 50 states and over 100 countries. So lots of diversity and diverse backgrounds here at OSU. We are a land grant institution, and what that just means for you is that there are going to be more opportunities for scholarships, as well as more opportunities for hands-on research at an undergraduate level. We are a top-tier research institution, so again, you are going to get a lot of that hands-on learning at an undergraduate level, whereas elsewhere you might have to wait until you're working on your master's or your PhD to get that experience. Now we have over 200 majors across 5 academic colleges here. I'll go into our top academic colleges, but some of our unique majors that we have are going to be aerospace and professional pilot. So you can actually get your professional pilot license here. We also have zoology, interior design, design merchandising, and hospitality and tourism management. So those are the top majors that bring students in from out of state. And like I said, across 5 academic colleges, you can choose any major. You can add pre-professional to any major. So if you want to be pre-vet, pre-med, pre-law, you can add that to any major. Now I want to talk about Ferguson College of Ag for just a little bit because we are the only vet school in the state of Oklahoma. And so we actually have a fast track program into the vet school. So if you're interested in that, please let me know and I'd be happy to talk to you about that. We have a small and large animal hospital here on campus. So again, you are going to get that experience here on our campus on site. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is our College of Engineering, Architecture, and Technology. So this is just a growing academic college. On the bottom right-hand side, you'll see our Endeavor Lab. This is a building that consists of nothing but labs. We have a lab that has 3D printers, a lab that has water tunnels, wind tunnels, just lots of great things for you to get that hands-on learning here. And actually in the lab with the 3D printers, we actually printed out PPE at the beginning of this pandemic to help out with our healthcare workers here in the state of Oklahoma. Now, our application does open in July. If you're a junior, if you're a senior, our application is open. We are not on Common App, and that is because your application for the university doubles as your application for scholarships. So you will just apply on our website at okstate.edu. We will need an official transcript. We are test optional for fall of 2022. So if you have not been able to test, that is a-okay. However, I would suggest go ahead and doing that for scholarship purposes if you can. We also have an application fee, or if you're interested in the fee waiver, please let me know. We have 2 different ways to be admitted to Oklahoma State. So we have comprehensive review, which means we're just going to look at everything you submit. We're going to look at what you were involved in, your essays, all of that good stuff. And then we have assured admissions. So this is going to be what you need to be admitted automatically. So if you meet one of these 3 criteria, then congratulations, you are an OSU Cowboy. I like to say that this is a benchmark though. So if you don't meet one of these 3 criteria, then we will use comprehensive review. Now, much like the assured admissions, we also have assured scholarships. So if you meet this criteria, then you're guaranteed to get this scholarship. If you have a 24 ACT or a 3.0 and a 3.0 unweighted GPA, you're going to get $10,000 per year for all 4 years. Now, there's many different ways to get involved here on campus. We have hundreds of student organizations, intramurals, several intramurals that you might not even think of, like badminton, ping pong, lots of great things. Study abroad opportunities in every academic college. Networking, we have job fairs that you can start, that we actually encourage you to start going to your freshman year. That way you can make connections, and we really push internships. So we really want to get you out there in the workforce before you graduate and start making those connections. And career services, this is a way for our career services to help you with your resume, mock interviews, things like that. We are home to America's Greatest Homecoming. So these are just a couple pictures of our house decks, and I will go into that in a little bit. Actually I'm running out of time. So if you are interested in coming to see us, we do have daily campus tours. Our campus is fully open for you to come and view every day at 9:30 a.m. or Fridays at 9:30 and 1:30. You can sign up on our website, or we do have virtual tours. Here's my information. Thank you so much for letting me be here this afternoon. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Go Pokes.
All right, thank you to Oklahoma State University. And next up, we have the University of Tulsa.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Audrey Crum, and I'm an admission counselor at the University of Tulsa, which is located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa is the 2nd largest city in the state of Oklahoma, and I've been at TU for about 4 years. I work with students, obviously, from the Colorado area, as well as Arkansas, Tennessee, and a handful of other local high schools in the Tulsa area. A couple of quick facts about the university. We have a total campus population of about 5,000 students. Of those 5,000, about 2,900 are undergraduate students. We represent 43 states and 59 countries worldwide. Our current freshman class size is 488 students. However, we are expecting a little bit of a larger class for the fall 2021. Right now, we are expecting anywhere between 600 and 650 students to enroll for the fall semester. Our student to faculty ratio is 10:1 with a small average class size of about 13. We have a 93% placement rate, which means 93% of our TU grads are placed in a graduate or professional program or enter directly into the workforce in the area in which they've studied within 6 months of graduation. We have one canine ambassador off to the right-hand side. If you've seen any print mail from the University of Tulsa, you might recognize Goldie. She is a trained therapy dog on campus, and you can find her on campus almost 5 days a week, either in the student union or hanging out in the library. She has all of her own social media accounts, so you can follow her under the handle Tulsa Goldie. At TU, we have over 50 majors and minors for students to choose from. We break those majors and minors down into 4 colleges: the College of Arts and Sciences, our College of Business, College of Engineering and Natural Sciences, and our Oxley College of Health Sciences. At TU, I like to remind students we are grounded in the liberal arts. So we have some wonderful arts and humanities style programs. However, we are also nationally and internationally recognized for several of our STEM-based programs as well. At TU, we allow students to cross double major and minor across colleges. So what that means is you can pair a minor or a second major with your studies, even if they're not related to each other. A couple of popular combinations might include nursing and a foreign language. It might be computer science and music, something along those lines. At TU, we do require students to live on campus for their first 2 years. We offer students a wide variety of residence halls on campus. We have everything from your traditional style residence halls with community style restrooms at the end of the hallway to suite style dorm rooms. And for our upperclassmen, we also offer on-campus apartment complexes. Students can live alone in the apartments or they can have roommates. They do come with in-ground swimming pools and sand volleyball pits. On campus, eating and dining is super convenient. We do have our Pat Case Dining Center, which is similar to that of a cafeteria style dining center, as well as our student union, which houses all of our fast food style restaurants. At TU, we really encourage our students to get involved. We are an NCAA Division I member. We're one of the smallest members in the league, but we encourage students to go to our game days, get involved and support each other. About 1 in 12 students at TU is attending on an athletic scholarship. We want our students to support each other. One of the easiest ways we do that is by making it free to attend the games on campus. Students can also get involved beyond athletics by going to our activities fair. We offer 200 clubs and organizations for students to get involved in. They can range from everything from campus ministries to Greek life, major specific clubs, and even purely social clubs. The city of Tulsa is about 500,000 people. So if you factor in all of our suburbs and the surrounding areas, we are just at 1.3 million. So one of the best parts about coming to TU is that you will be nestled in Midtown Tulsa on a small, intimate college campus, but with all of the convenience of a larger urban setting. Within downtown Tulsa, we have 2 arts districts. You might recognize the photo of the BOK Center, which houses all of our live performances. We attract performers ranging from Garth Brooks to Bruno Mars, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and everything in between. We do have minor baseball, soccer, and hockey, again, all taking place within a couple mile radius of campus. And that beautiful downtown skyline you see in that sports image is actually visible from the steps of our university library. Off to the corner, you'll see a photo of the Tulsa Gathering Place, which is Tulsa's newest pride and joy. It is a $400 million privately funded park and is advertised as a place for all Tulsans to gather. Right now, we are offering campus tours both in person and virtually, and we'd love to have you come visit campus. We will be opening our application for the fall 2022 class at the end of the summer, I think late July. We are available through Common App, so students can apply through Common App, or you can apply directly through our website. Your application for admission doubles as your application for scholarship. All admitted students will be reviewed for scholarship award as well. I'd love to connect you to a university ambassador, talk to you about the college admission process. My contact info is off to the side. So hopefully I get to see you on campus soon. Rankin.
All right, thank you to the University of Tulsa. And next up, we have the University of Idaho.
Let me get situated real quick. Well, good evening. My name is Dana Morrison, and I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions for the University of Idaho. U of I is in Moscow, Idaho, but I am regionally based in Colorado. The University of Idaho was founded in 1889 and is the flagship and land-grant university for the state. So we have academics that range from agriculture and engineering to art and education. With around 9,000 undergraduate students, you can have the traditional college experience, but with smaller class sizes, and you can engage with your classmates and professors. At U of I, students immerse themselves in hands-on research beyond the classroom, developing those critical thinking skills, discipline, and knowledge base employers want. We truly do have programs for all interests on our campus. Students can learn about dairy production in our on-campus barns, discover more about wildfires in our experimental forests, perform on stage for a theater or dance production, or live trade stocks with real money, all within an average class size of 24 students. We also have pre-professional tracks like pre-law and pre-health to prepare you for future professional school. Our programs are direct admit, so there's not an additional application for the major of your dream. Once you're admitted to U of I, you can start taking those business classes or designing in the architecture lab. With 93 undergraduate major options, we most likely have a degree that can set you on your pathway to a successful career. We offer internships, undergraduate research, and study abroad opportunities across all programs of study. A unique experience for U of I students is Semester in the Wild. Taylor Wilderness Research Station is the most remote teaching and learning facility in the lower 48. Students can take classes in ecology, environmental writing, wilderness management, outdoor leadership, and environmental history, all within the Idaho wilderness. This is an option for students after taking a first-year English class, so you can jump right into adventure when you come to U of I. If spending a semester in the remote wilderness is not your cup of tea, you can go abroad to a place like Harlexton College in England, about an hour outside of London by train. U of I is affiliated with over 370 universities and 69 countries. And we provide almost $160,000 in study abroad scholarships each year, helping students afford opportunities abroad. When it comes to student life, students experience college in a beautiful and safe environment, one that provides outdoor adventure, 16 different D1 athletic teams to cheer on, and activities year-round. Our outdoor program allows for students to enjoy hiking, backpacking, rafting, cross-country skiing, and climbing right in U of I's backyard. We do have students from all 50 states and 59 countries are represented on our campus. You'll meet people from all different backgrounds, creating a unique and diverse experience. U of I has more than 260 clubs and organizations that range from Greek life to special interest groups, and we have multicultural programming to support our students from diverse backgrounds. You do have to live on campus your freshman year, so we have 4 residence halls and living learning communities for you to choose from. Our Greek community allows for students to live in Greek housing their freshman year, so it is a wonderful way for out-of-state students to connect quickly and form community on our campus. However, you do not have to go Greek to make those connections on our campus. There's still those other 260 plus clubs and organizations for you to join. You don't have to join all of them, but just 2 or 3 to really help grow your community at U of I. Moscow is truly a college town with a population of around 25,000. Just blocks from campus is Moscow's historic Main Street, where there are coffee houses, boutiques and thrift shops, art galleries, restaurants, and live music. Students can really immerse themselves in the culture of Moscow and the surrounding areas. You can fly into Pullman or Spokane, Washington to come visit us, and we are currently hosting socially distant in-person campus tours in the morning and afternoons. Going into your senior year, you can apply to Idaho via our website or the Common App. We have rolling admissions, but our financial aid priority date is December 1 of your senior year. We're about to announce our admissions requirements for fall 2022, but this past year we did go test optional due to the pandemic. We require your transcript for admissions purposes, but do not need any other documents unless we specifically ask you for them, or you just really want to send them our way for review. We do not require an additional application for scholarships. However, we do have a separate honors college application if you're interested in the program. You can scan this QR code to get access to a personalized digital viewbook. Just let us know your interest and the viewbook will be customized to you. And finally, if you're like me, you appreciate a good value when it comes to quality, affordability, and career success, U of I offers one of the best educational values available. With $30 million worth of scholarships offered annually, students like you can have access to an affordable out-of-state collegiate experience. We offer the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, also known as WUI, based on residency, so you will receive an automatic discount of more than $15,000 per year coming from a qualifying state. You can see how WUI really does make it affordable to come to U of I. Thank y'all for joining us. I hope to chat with you more soon. You can take my contact information from this slide, and with all that said, go Vandals.
All right, thank you to the University of Idaho. And next up, we have Miami University.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Larissa Marple with Miami University in Ohio. We are not the University of Miami in Florida. We are not affiliated at all. And in fact, we were founded before Florida was a state in the United States. So fun fact, you can go tell your friends. But a little bit about Miami University. We are a 4-year public institution in the state of Ohio. We have about 17,000 undergraduate students, but our average class size is only about 30. So we like to say that we have the brains of a big university, the resources of a big university, but really the heart of a small school. You're not necessarily going to know every single student when you walk across campus, but you will know everyone that's in a class with you, and you will know your professors as well. We have over 120 areas of study, 18 Division I varsity sports teams, and 600 student organizations. We are liberal arts based, so it's pretty easy to change your major, or if you're not exactly sure what you want to study, we will definitely work with you and make sure you get the advising you need to pick that major by the end of your sophomore year so that you can take your major courses your junior and senior year. Additionally, close to 63% of our student population graduates with a minor or a second major. So if you're interested in multiple areas of study, even if they don't necessarily seem like they have anything to do with one another or it's a unique combination, you can absolutely still do that and still graduate on time. We also have over 30 combined degree programs. So if you're interested in getting your undergraduate degree and your master's degree in either 4 or 5 years, we can accommodate that in over 30 different opportunities for you. That's not something, of course, you have to decide right now, but that is something that you can apply for once you are a current student. Additionally, our professors are ranked top 5 in the country for undergraduate teaching amongst public institutions. That just means that they are incredible. They are very hands-on. Because of that small class size, you really are going to get one-on-one attention like you might at a smaller institution. Also, about 2,000 students work on funded research every year. So because we are undergraduate focused, we do have graduate students on campus, but undergraduate students get a lot of opportunities to do research with their professors. So if that's something you're interested in, that is something that you can go ahead and start your first year with our first year research experience. This is a picture of our beautiful campus. The poet Robert Frost visited and said it was the most beautiful campus that ever there was. And obviously we are biased, but we would definitely agree. It is a gorgeous place to live for 4 years. As you can see here, it has the large red brick buildings, the beautiful green quads. We do get all 4 true seasons in Southwest Ohio as well. So we're located just north of Cincinnati, and that area of the country gets a true fall where all of these leaves change colors, a winter where there is a little bit of snow, but not too much. I'm from Texas, and I think if I survived, anyone can. Then a beautiful spring and summer as well. So it's a great place to just kind of experience a different climate and different part of the country as well. The town of Oxford itself is also consistently ranked as one of the top college towns in the United States. It's about 30,000 people in addition to those that are affiliated with the university. So it really does have that small college town feel. It's a very quaint place. It feels very quintessential, kind of what you would imagine an older college to look like. The roads are red brick, and it's really just a fun town. Everything is walking distance. This is a picture of our uptown area, which is right adjacent to campus, that has all of our local shops and restaurants and bars, things of that nature. So it's a great area, like I said, to live, and alumni are very nostalgic about coming back and visiting Oxford because there really is nowhere like it in the United States. Academically, we are divided into 6 different divisions. When you apply to Miami University, you do declare a major and then are accepted into that college. However, for the top 4 colleges listed here, for the most part, if you're accepted to Miami, you're automatically accepted to your major. Some creative arts do require an audition or a portfolio, but other than that, you just get to go ahead and start those courses your first year. For the Farm School Business and Nursing, they are also direct entry, but due to the competitive nature, not every student is admitted into those directly. So for the Farm School Business, if you're not admitted directly, you can apply after your first year, but for nursing, it's direct entry only, and you do get to start clinicals your sophomore year. So there are some really great benefits of that program. These are the deadline types. We have early decision is binding, early action is not, and then we have regular decision. We always recommend applying by that early action deadline of December 1st if you are able, because you will receive priority for merit scholarship if you have your application in by then. And if students are interested in early decision, I'm always happy to chat about what that looks like specifically. This is our accepted student profile. Just to give you an idea of where you might fall, we are test optional for admissions and merit scholarships for fall 2022. So we will not be requiring test scores at least for next year, but you can see here what our scores looked like pre-COVID. And our middle 50% GPA is a weighted GPA right around a 3.6 to a 4.1. If you don't have a weighted GPA from your high school, we have a form you can fill out and it will give you a weighted GPA so that you're on an equitable playing field. The other thing that I like to point out here is even though we are a public institution in the state of Ohio, we only have about 43% of our students that are from the state. So a majority of our students are international or out of state. Additionally, we have a tuition promise. So all 4 years you will pay the exact same price, which just helps with that planning a little bit. And then lastly, these are some of the statistics that will show that, long story short, if you come to Miami, we'll make sure that you are graduating successful no matter what you want to do. So I hope you learned a little bit. I'm happy to share my contact information in the chat, and I will pass it back over to Andy.
All right, thank you to Miami University. And next up, we have Idaho State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Allison Vernon, and I am one of the admissions advisors at Idaho State University. Idaho State University, we are a medium-sized institution located in Pocatello, Idaho, the southeast region of the state. We were founded back in 1901, and we have approximately just under 13,000 students enrolled at ISU each year. Now, at Idaho State, we do have a very diverse campus with over 59 different countries represented and 48 different states. I don't know what the other 2 states that we don't have are, but we definitely need to find some students from there. Because we are a medium-sized institution, we do maintain a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, meaning that you're going to have the ability to have all of the opportunities of a large institution, being able to interact with your professors on a one-on-one basis, but still go to the Division I athletics and join all of the different clubs and organizations that we have on campus. Idaho State University, like I said, our main campus is in Pocatello, Idaho, but we do have 3 other satellite campuses, one in Idaho Falls, one in Twin Falls, and our health science division up in Meridian. Now that health sciences center is going to be primarily for graduate level students who are going into physician's assistants, pharmacy. Sign language interpreting is one of the only undergraduate programs that we have on that Meridian campus. We are a Carnegie Research institution, meaning that students are able to participate in research. We encourage our students as early as their freshman and sophomore years to get involved in research. We do have over 250 different degrees and certification options on campus. Now, these degrees range from 6-month to 9-month technical certificates, associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and even doctorate degrees. Because we have over 250 different programs, I'm not going to be able to talk about each of them today. So we are going to kind of talk a little bit about the colleges and what programs fall within those. So our College of Arts and Letters, we're going to have programs like psychology, history, English. College of Business, if students are interested in marketing, management, accounting, healthcare administration, those are all great options through our College of Business. We are AACSB accredited for the Association of the Advancement of Collegiate Schools of Business. College of Education, if you're thinking you want to be a future educator, whether it's primary education, secondary education, we do also have outdoor education, which is fairly unique to Idaho State and allows our students to explore the outdoors here in Idaho. We do also have our College of Science and Engineering. If students are interested in engineering, we do have civil, mechanical, electrical, and nuclear engineering, all offered on our campus. We even have a low-power nuclear reactor in the basement of our engineering building. We do have our College of Technology. Now, this is something that sets Idaho State apart from other institutions. We have a technical school right here on our main campus, meaning that students who are interested in welding, automotive mechanics, air maintenance mechanics, cosmetology, they're able to go through these technical programs that are incredibly hands-on on our traditional college campus, still going to football games, basketball games, participating in clubs and organizations, or living on campus. It also provides some really great opportunities for students who are maybe taking other programs like nursing to be able to go in and get their oil changed in their car. So lots of really great opportunities there. We do have our Kosiska Division of Health Sciences. Now, Idaho State University, we are the health science institution for the state of Idaho. If you're thinking you want to go into dental hygiene, medical laboratory science, nursing, physician's assistant, physical therapy, occupational therapy, you name it, we've got an amazing number of programs. Outside of the classroom, there's a lot of different things that you can do at Idaho State. We have over 150 different clubs and organizations, including Greek life, cultural organizations, and student government. We are Division I in 13 NCAA sports, and we are in a perfect outdoor area. If you like to go hiking, fishing, camping, skiing, or snowboarding, there's going to be some awesome terrain right here in Pocatello and the surrounding areas. Now, if you're thinking that you want to attend Idaho State University, here is a cost breakdown for attendance. For Idaho residents, you can see the cost is down that far right-hand side for you guys looking at the screen. And then we do have WUI and a non-resident tuition waiver. So for students who are coming in from out of state, depending on the program that you're interested in, and depending on your GPA at the time of your application, you could potentially qualify for in-state tuition. This is a map of the states that qualify for WUI. Your application for admission to Idaho State University is your application for both WUI and the non-resident tuition waiver. Outside of those two scholarships, Idaho State University offers over $15 million in student scholarships annually. We want to make going to school as affordable as possible. As soon as you're admitted to Idaho State, you will have the ability to log into the Bengal online scholarship system, fill out one general application that's going to cross-match you to every scholarship offered on our campus. It'll automatically apply you to the scholarships that you're eligible to apply for, or recommend ones that it thinks that you should maybe add an essay to. We do also have over $2 million in career path internship funding. Now, like I said earlier in the presentation, Idaho State University is really big on trying to get you research opportunities. So career path internships is one way that you could have an on-campus job in your field of study, working with professors, faculty, staff, working on research and learning more about your field. If you're interested in applying to Idaho State University, it's a very easy process. You will log on to our website, submit the application, send in your official high school transcripts. For the fall of 2021, we are test optional. There's not a decision made for fall of 2022 yet. We do encourage you guys to come and visit us on campus. We are offering individualized campus tours Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can schedule a visit right here on the website. We also have a preview day coming up that will be virtual on Saturday, May 8th. Here's all of our contact information. Like I said, I'm one of the admissions advisors, but there are admissions advisors to service your state as well.
All right, thank you to Idaho State University. And that's it for our presenters this evening. However, we still have some time left over. So I'd like to invite all of our presenters to actually turn their cameras back on so we can do a little Q&A session here. And the first question I'd like to ask all of you is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and start with OSU.
Perfect. I love starting because my answers are pretty basic. So my advice is to just go to your schools that you're interested in, go visit, get on campus, meet with advisors if you can, meet with admissions counselors on campus. You're not really going to get the feel of the university or of the college until you are there. The vibes are different when you're there than it is through communication. So whatever you're interested in, go visit.
All right. I think a lot of us will always give fun advice like visit campus. So I'm here to deliver the quote unquote responsible advice. So students, if you've not asked your mom and dad how you're going to pay for college, now's the time. It's not really fun to talk about money, but it's so important and it will really help you kind of set the stage for scholarships that you need to be looking for. Look early and apply early. Have those conversations with either your family members, your high school counselor, whoever is helping you guide your college search, and then also communicate that to the admission counselors at the universities that you are considering. I know that I hold financial aid meetings with all of my students. I offer them on our Zoom calendars so students can sign up to talk about financial aid with me at any point. We're here to be a resource. So I know it's not fun, but it's incredibly important and it will help make the process a lot smoother when it comes time to finalize your decisions.
Caitlin and Audrey gave really great advice. I am too a little basic when it comes to my advice. So it might seem super simple, but when you've started this process and you've decided and you've built your list for your colleges, go through, figure out who your admissions representative is, and then add them into your phone. And so when I call you or when I email you, it's not going into junk or spam. We really are trying to communicate with you, and we don't want you to miss out on deadlines. We don't want you to miss out on scholarship opportunities or anything like that. So just save the contact information of your admissions representative, because I leave a lot of voicemails. So I would love to be able to talk with my students who are interested in coming to the U of I.
My favorite piece of advice to share is to look at schools that you maybe have never heard of or you're not familiar with, that your counselor recommends, or that you just come across that maybe looks like they have a program that you could be interested in. There are tons and tons of schools out there, and it's really easy to apply to the same places that everyone else is applying to, but the best fit might be something that you're not familiar with or that those around you aren't as familiar with, but it may end up being what you are going to spend your 4 years doing the next 4 years. So it can be a really important decision, and don't let other people's opinions change what you want to do.
So my opinion, kind of geared towards juniors or early on in your senior year, if you can take a piece of paper and fold it into thirds and look down each column. One column should be what a college or university absolutely has to have for you. Top of that list should maybe be the majors that you're considering. Write down some things that would be pretty cool to have, and then write down things that you absolutely do not want to have at the college or university that you're interested in. When you are going and touring colleges, hopefully you're able to do that, but it's really easy to get swept up in the atmosphere, in the time on being on a college campus, maybe for the first or second time at some different schools. And it's also really easy to miss some things. So if you have that list to kind of fall back on and look and see, okay, did this school offer the things that are on my must-have list? Did they have a lot of the things that were on my would-be cool list? Did they have anything on the list that I did not want? Because that will make that decision a little bit easier when it comes time to make those final selections, look at those final 2, 3, 4 schools by helping weed out some of the schools that maybe didn't have what was on your list.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of great advice there. Not basic at all. I thought it was very, very good information. Next up, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
Okay, so since I didn't have time to talk about it in my presentation, the pictures that you saw were what I called walk around. And so the Friday before the homecoming game, we have events all week, but the Friday before is what we call walk around. And so the population of Stillwater pretty much triples overnight. And those are works of art created by the fraternities and sororities. They work all semester on it. The fraternities will weld the structures, and then they put chicken wire on it, and then everyone pumps. So it's tissue paper that you literally just stick through the chicken wire with pencils. And so it takes hours. It's a lot of hard work. There's moving parts on those displays. So it's really awesome, and something that is a fan favorite around here. And so that is mine.
All right, so one of my favorite events at the University of Tulsa, I'm a big college football fan. There is nothing like game day at a college football game. So at TU, for our very first home game, we invite our freshman class down to the stadium in what we call the freshman storm. So we like to have all of our tailgating, live music, food vendors, everybody sets up like their little tents. And then following all of our tailgating activities, our marching band will march right up our main street on campus. And we have the spirit squads performing, and then right behind the football team, our freshman class lines up down at the tunnels, and we'll storm the football field with the team to kind of kick off football season at TU. It is a lot of fun, and it's certainly a perk of being a smaller campus. We're able to get our class down there and get everybody kind of like wrangled up afterwards for kickoff, but it is certainly one of the most fun kind of traditions that also help our freshmen kind of meet each other and just kind of get into that school spirit early on. And I should also say that if you are a fan of Goldie on campus, she does run out to retrieve the tea after every kickoff at our home game, and she wears a little TU flag on her back. So it's darling.
At the University of Idaho, my favorite tradition is a pathway that is on our campus, and it's called the Hello Walk. And it started when people would walk by, you had to say hello, and it's just continued on throughout the entire campus. It's not just that one pathway. So we do really have a warm and welcoming environment for our students. So if you do come and visit us, you'll find that you do get that greeting from a stranger, which coming from the South, it is definitely a nice thing to have, that Southern hospitality up in the Pacific Northwest almost.
At Miami University, one of my favorite traditions is the holiday festival that happens in the center of Uptown. It's usually around finals week, and so it's a great way for students to take a break, but they put an ice skating rink. There are reindeer. Some of the different cultural organizations will do performances. The different musical groups will sing songs or do different performances as well. And so it's just a really lovely time of year. It's usually around the time of year when we get our first snow as well. So just a fun break from the stress of finals that students seem to really enjoy.
At Idaho State University, my favorite tradition would have to be March Through the Arch. It happens on 2 sides of the year. So at the very beginning of the year, all of our students, new freshmen, transfer students up at Reed's Gymnasium, we have our fight song, and our pep band and our cheerleaders and our dance team teach everybody the fight song. All of our new students are then marched down the main part of campus, around the outside of campus, and then they come through Swanson's Arch, which was the first building on our campus. When they tore down the building, they did preserve the archway. So we welcome all of our students through Swanson's Arch to begin their career as an ISU Bengal going through Swanson's Arch. Then when they graduate, we do the same thing, but we do it in reverse, and we call it March Through the Arch Senior Salute. So all of our students go down the main part of campus, and then from campus to the outside world is kind of their final send-off. Now, if you're superstitious, they do say that if you go through it more than those 2 times, you will jeopardize the ability to graduate. I don't know if I believe it, but I was too nervous to ever risk it when I was a student.
Awesome. Thanks for all that great information on those traditions. I think I may have gone through the arches at my institution a couple of times because I ran into some problems myself. The last thing, though, that I'd like for all of you to share is, can you give an interesting or fun fact about your school?
Yeah, so I always like to give a shout out to our famous alumni. So our most famous alumni are going to be the football player Barry Sanders and Des Bryant. And then we also have the one and only Mr. Garth Brooks.
All right, a fun fact about TU, if you Google the University of Tulsa and hit images, you'll see a bunch of small little thumbnail images. I do admit some of them are probably a little bit photoshopped, but a fun fact about our campus is that years ago, one of our engineering classes cloned all of the trees that you see kind of growing in our 2 main green spaces. So they all grow in the exact same shape. Their leaves change colors at the exact same time, and they all bloom at the same time. So you'll see a lot of images where they look almost too good to be true, but they're real. They're just direct clones of each other, thanks to one of our engineering classes.
I have a silly fact, but the voice of Patrick Star in SpongeBob is actually a University of Idaho alum. So that's really exciting for all of our SpongeBob fans out there. And another really fun fact is that we have one of the largest rock climbing walls on our campus. So we really do encourage that active lifestyle, and you can do it in the safety of a gym rather than out in the wilderness of Idaho.
A fun fact about Miami University is that about 13 to 14% of our alumni end up marrying another graduate of the institution, and the average college is only about 2 to 3%. As I always say, this is not a reason to choose a college, but it is a fun fact nonetheless. There is an archway on campus, and it said if you kiss your sweetheart under that archway at midnight, you are destined to marry them. So it's a very popular place for engagements or engagement pictures, even weddings that are held on campus. But our alumni office every year sends, and we call them Miami mergers. They keep track of them and send them a Valentine's Day card and gift every year, which I think is very sweet.
Idaho State University, we had the first covered football arena on a college campus. And so I always like that in November, when football games are in full swing and it's 0 degrees outside, it's still a nice 75, 80 inside of Holt Arena.
Very cool. That's a really cool facts there. That was all very interesting. I do want to say thank you to all of our presenters tonight for being here and sharing things about their school. We have run out of time though. So I also want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. When you close this window, there is going to be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you might be able to provide on this session. Also, in about a week, you will be able to find this session's recording, as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/RMACAC. All right, I just want to say thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Have a good evening and happy Pretzel Day.